and welcome to this episode of KNSU Magazine. I'm your host, Harmony Hamilton, and on the campus of Nicholls State University, the arts and sports have been the theme over the past few weeks. Andre Smith reports on some of the faculty having fun on the soccer field with fellow students.
Let's kick it old school. The Nicholls State University women's soccer team sponsored its annual faculty soccer game. Faculty members and student athletes took to the fields on April 1st. This tradition is another way for faculty and students to learn new things outside the classroom.
You just get into a different environment than your classroom with your teachers, and it's just like, you're not taking notes. Eventually they're taking notes on, like, you're the teacher now, because we know more than them in this one.
This year's faculty team featured crowd favorites like Dr. Stiegler, also known as Grape Hands, and KNSU's very own Lance, better than Andy Arnold. The women's soccer team was sure that a win was in their future. On the contrary, the faculty team knew they would win.
I think the staff is going to kill them today.
Even with all the trash talk, both teams were glad to be outside having fun. At halftime, goalie for the faculty team, Cecil, felt confident about his team winning in the second half.
We had a few little mess-ups in the goal first half, but I think second half we might be able to pull off a win.
Even though this year's game was on April 1st, no one was fooled by the scoreboard. For KNSU Magazine, I'm Andre Smith.
Music and drama met the stage. KNSU Magazine's Richard Dubas has more on the story.
Murder and revenge wreak havoc in Mary M. Danos Theater. The music department is putting on Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's famous opera Don Giovanni. This is the first time in 20 years that the music department puts on an opera. Stage manager Rhea Grisby discusses why the music department decided to take on this feat.
Nicholls hasn't put on an opera in over 20 years, and we thought it would be something good to bring back, like get more people involved in music and theater and just performance in general.
The music department did have their ups and downs while trying to put on the show.
Never put on an opera like this group of people, so we don't exactly know what we're doing. We're kind of still figuring it out, like we forgot to book the auditorium for the whole week. We just booked it for the show. So that's something we've had to work with.
Don Giovanni is a story about murder and revenge, and ultimately leads to the main character's downfall.
Is actually really cool. Don Giovanni denounces God, and so gets dragged down to hell, and that's just a really cool scene to do.
The show runs on Thursday and Friday starting at 7:30 in the Mary M. Danos Theater. Abbott Hall will become an opera house. This is KNSU Magazine, and I'm Richard Dubas.
Coming up next, we will have some exciting news about the tennis teams here at Nicholls State University right after this commercial break. The men and women's tennis teams are doing quite well. Beatrice Beard has more on the team's accomplishments.
The Nicholls women's tennis team got off to a hot start that continued into conference play, while it took the men's team time to get things going. On Friday, both squads faced Abilene Christian at home in Thibodaux and kept their remarkable runs going. While in the midst of one of the best seasons in program history, the Colonel women came up short in doubles against the Wildcats, but the team fought through and singles picked up the slack as Nichols would go on to win 4-3. Sophomore Stephanie Barnett has been the face of consistency in for the Colonels. She believes that the best is yet to come for her club.
We've had a really good semester so far, and I think it's only going to get better for us because all the girls are staying disciplined and I guess sticking to what they have to do. Everyone's got things to work on and the girls are all getting it done.
The women's team has been a dominant force in the Southland, going 7-1 in league play with a 15-4 mark overall. While it has taken time for the men to get going, they would also find themselves in good position at home, defeating the Wildcats 4-2 to even their record at 2-2 in conference and 8-8 overall. Sophomore Kieran Cronin credits their work ethic for the team's recent success.
We've been working hard in training the last couple of weeks. We've trained a lot. We found how to win the first 2 or 3 matches. I think we were slow to getting off the start, but now we know how to win. We don't have to trust our teammates. We can concentrate on ourselves now. Whereas before we would always be looking at our teammates' court, see how they were doing. But now, I think we've all got the message. We know what we need to do to win.
The men's team is getting hot at the right time with the conference championship around the corner. Head coach Manachi Sundaram knows the team still has room for improvement.
We're still a work in progress. We're still not where we need to be, both teams. We still have a long way to go to conference and be convincing there. So we're working on it.
Thanks, Beatrice, for that wonderful news. Unfortunately, some not so happy news saddens the campus of Nicholls State University. Dr. Bonnie Berg, one of the university's last surviving original faculty members, passed away Friday, April 17th at age 88. Services will be held on Wednesday, April 22nd at St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Church with visitation from 8:30 a.m. until funeral time at 11 a.m. Greek members on the campus were asked to wear their letters on Wednesday, and 2 scholarships will be given to incoming freshmen, and they will be named the Bonnie Berg Scholarship. Don't go anywhere. Coming up right after this break, we will have some entertainment news for you all.
Why am I losing all my followers? If you want to stop losing your followers, you have to stop posting these pictures.
Welcome back to KNSU Magazine. Bobby Christina is no longer in a coma. That's right, the 22-year-old daughter of Bobby Brown and late Whitney Houston is no longer in a medically induced coma, though she still remains unresponsive, according to CNN. In a statement on Monday, an attorney for the Brown family says that Bobby Christina's condition has improved, but that the kind of life she will lead remains to be seen. I'll end this episode of KNSU Magazine on a happy note by saying happy birthday, Queen. Britain's Queen Elizabeth II is celebrating her 89th birthday today. The Queen has sat on the British throne for 62 years. NBC News reports that her birthday will be marked by gun salutes at Windsor Castle just outside London, where she will be spending the day, as well as Hyde Park and the Tower of London. The Queen's birthday is normally celebrated in June when there is a higher chance of nice weather for outdoor ceremony. Thank you for tuning in to KNSU Magazine. Until next time, have a great evening.